How do you organise listening activities when teaching dyslexic learners?
It's really crucial to be aware of what the aims are of the listening activities and to communicate these to the learners, whether it be discriminating between similar sounding words, or listening for gist, or listening for detail. It's also important to explain the relevance of the task for real life, as this will be extremely motivating for the dyslexic learners.
What do you suggest teachers' instructions should be like?
They should be crystal clear. And it's important also to check that the learners have understood before you actually ask them to perform the task. This is obviously important for everybody, but it's vital for dyslexic learners. It's also helpful to include more than one sense when giving the instructions. So you could say the instructions and at the same time write some key words on the board, and also provide a checklist for the learners to see that they've understood.
What are the biggest problems concerning listening tasks?
I would say the biggest problem is that a listening task is very rarely a purely listening task. It's normally a combination of both listening and reading, or listening and writing. So it's important for dyslexic learners not to be required to take notes, but you could ask them to respond physically, which is done through, for example, TPR or some of the Young Learners exams. So they could be asked to manipulate with pictures, either to put them into order or to match pictures. They could be asked to draw a sketch of what they've heard, or they could be simply asked to raise their hand.
Is there any other way of checking listening?
Yeah, listening can be checked orally as well, so they could be asked to paraphrase what they've just heard, either in the target language or in their own language.